All right. Back.
We're back.
All right.
We have new friends.
All right. So let's.
New friends already.
So we didn't do any introductions in the beginning.
Let's go around the table.
So to my left, introduce yourself.
My name is Stella. I've been on this podcast before.
Welcome back.
My name is Havana. I've also been on the podcast before.
Welcome back.
I'm Kori. This is going to be my second time
Yeah.
here.
Hey, I'll let all you know that the episodes that we do together are some of our most popular ones. No, I kid you not.
Oh, you're welcome.
I kid you not. Okay.
It's exciting to be a part of that.
And
Hi, my name's Autumn. I've never been on a podcast before.
all right, welcome.
Welcome, Autumn.
And no, all right.
And we've got
You can chime in later if you want. I get it.
Feel free to. It's nerve-wracking at first. Feel free to jump in whenever you got something to say, though.
You wouldn't.
Don't be intimidated.
you
We're
wouldn't-
not that scary.
You wouldn't believe it. Like I'm like the most introverted person ever. Like if I'm out in public, and I'm just quiet. I don't say a word. If I'm in a group setting, I just sit there like, hey, what's your problem? And I don't talk. I turn one of these things on though. Can't shut me up.
I have social anxiety. Sometimes I think about leaving the house, and then I'm like, I talk myself out of it.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I really can't go see people today.
Like ew, people.
I need to stay home. So yeah,
It's people are nerve-wracking, but
Yeah.
it's
but then they're just like us. I'm sure they all think that too sometimes. I'm sure everybody has those issues, like where you can't do it. It's not a good day, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But today's a good day.
Yeah,
it's
I
a
know.
great thing.
There's
Yeah.
so much going on already. I mean, it's barely new. It's had belly dancing. I've seen the bearded lady. We've seen so many dogs.
Yeah.
I know all the dogs.
Oh, the gay dogs. I love them.
The gay dogs.
The gay dogs.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, someone should go tell our friends across the street that yes, even the dogs are gay over there.
Yeah.
So it's not a choice.
They can talk to our gay dogs and become allies.
We got glasses with the slide.
Yeah. It's so fun over here.
Ooh, it's a sword fight.
So
Yeah.
another sword fight.
Foam swords, so the people across the street don't get upset.
We gotta.
We don't promote violence at our.
Yeah, no, they're Nerf swords,
Yes.
everyone.
Yes.
Nerf.
I love that we
It's
just
Nerf
so
for
happen to be set up like right across from the Nerf sword fights.
I know we get to literally watch all the action and then take notes for when we're gonna sword fight later.
Yeah.
We could do
Yeah,
like a whole
the-
segment of like
Yeah,
sports announcing.
the Snow and Kori birthday challenge.
Oh, I'm
Birthday
so
sword
excited.
fight.
Hey, what time does Caroline Devine go on?
That's what I was
It was.
wondering.
They said sometime after 1, and
She
then
keeps skedaddling.
7. I think 1 o'clock the 7th performer, because we want to be sure that we take a break at that time to be over there.
She's probably talking to all of her friends.
Yeah.
So,
She
you
keeps
know.
finding people that she's friends with. And I'm like, how do you know this person? She's like, just gives me this whole backstory. I'm like, how do you know everybody?
She's
in
like,
this
because
place?
I'm awesome. That's how I know 'em.
Yeah.
I think it's because
I
she's
know
been
everybody.
doing this, so she's in like the community of people.
Oh,
Yeah,
doing this,
and-
but like
knows, like,
obviously
half
we're
the
just
people
like, what? Like, how do you know everything?
And to
Like,
think
you're a celebrity.
and to think 2 short years ago they were so shy and introverted. The first time we talked to them, and it's amazing.
Just blossomed. Totally.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, they're an absolute sweetheart.
Yeah, I mean,
amazing.
I just met them on the last podcast that
Same.
we did. That was my first time meeting them, and we like all of us instantly clicked. We're like, you're
Yeah.
our best friend now. We love you so much.
We're like, you're
they're
our friend
such
now.
like they just have such an energy about them that we're like, you have to be in our lives forever. You are awesome. They're just
Yeah.
such a fun, outgoing person.
And I think people need to hear that,
Yeah.
and that they're loved and accepted, and they find their friends. And I think that really helps with people. Just even if you do get down, 'cause we all get sad and depressed at times, and you're like, I got nobody.
Yeah, it's the people you surround yourself with completely, because I was in a really toxic relationship when I lived in Yuma before I moved out here, and I ended up messaging Kori, and I was like, I know you live out here, so like we've been like following each other for years. Would you want to hang out? And they were like, absolutely, like yes, let's hang out.
Oh, that's so cool.
And so then it just kind of like friend group spiraled and got bigger, and like
Now we're just surrounded by so many likewise people that love each other.
So many like-minded people that just have so much empathy and love for each other, and like just really like a chosen family, basically.
Really, yeah.
Yeah. How did you all find each other?
Well, me and Kori followed each other for years on
Like middle
Instagram,
school
and
was when
we were
started
friends on
following.
Facebook. Yeah, like we might have even gone to the same elementary school. I don't
Something
know.
like that. We were like mutuals on everything just because like a small town, there's just
You
gonna be
know
overlap
everybody,
basically
yeah.
everywhere. So then we just kept following each other on everything, interacting with each other's stuff here and there. And then, it just became a thing of like, so it was like, I don't have any friends in your area, but you seem cool. And I was like, you are everything to me, please. Like, I would love to
because
spend one day with you.
I was like, I would love to be your friend, but I was so like, I don't want to like come off as too much or like, because I feel like you're like a cat. You're like an outdoor cat. You're like a stray cat. You're like, if somebody comes up to you and it's too much, too fast, you're like, whoa. You're like, no more.
Very
So-
true. And then me and Havana were friends. Hello? Sorry, my phone is doing something weird. Anyway, sorry about that little interruption. Me and Havana were friends a couple years ago, and then we had a falling out because we both thought we hated each other.
Teenagers.
It was this whole thing, but then like a little while ago, I want to say Stella hit up Havana and was like, hey, so what's up? And then Havana was like, oh my god, Kori, do you not hate me? Can we go get coffee? And I was like, yeah. And now here we are.
Yeah. And I think Stella and I...
teal outfit running around here?
Stella and I... Well, we were just like friends on like Facebook and stuff for a long time.
Yeah.
And I remember like we used to talk like a
We would
bit.
talk a little bit, and I feel like we would basically interact with each other's stuff, and we were both anxious and like not in the same area to where we could actually like hang out in person. So then we would like fall off and like stop talking to each other for a little bit, and then like one of us would randomly be like, oh my god, this thing.
Yeah.
I know. I know. I haven't. I keep focusing over there because
Yeah.
there's literally a march happening.
Oh my goodness, they're marching
And I'm
over
like,
Yeah.
but I brought my signs too, and I really want to go out and join the protest. Of course, mine aren't the same signs because
Why don't you just go join the protest with your son?
that's what I'm
That's such a
thinking.
goofy
Yeah.
little
That's
idea.
what I'm
love
thinking. I
that.
just go right in the middle of it, and
wait till somebody notices and says something.
that I'm not really supposed to be with that actual protest, but my message is all about loving thy neighbor. I mean, they're two quotes, verses from the Bible. Like, so,
I hope they're having fun over there.
Yeah.
I
guess
they have way Valentinos.
does anyone else think it's funny though that they're like protesting their own event? I'm like, you're
Protesting their own
protesting
event.
your own people, like
Excuse
your
me?
own folks over there, instead of. You would think they would be over here walking with their
Yeah,
signs.
like they're over here
Like,
spreading
do you
the
guys
message
not
to
know
each
what a
other.
protest is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Do you
y'all
need
are
like help?
walking in circles over there, talking to each other? That's not what a protest is.
That's what I've been looking. I'm like, I should really tell them how they're supposed to protest.
They need tips.
I feel like they don't know what they're doing.
Guys.
You know what?
Poor,
They're trying.
poor folks.
They're trying their best.
Right.
Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you too.
Jesus loves everybody at this event as well.
Jesus loves
Yes.
everyone.
Yes. Yeah. We should just.
Jesus doesn't discriminate.
That's like his whole thing is
Jesus,
that he loves everyone.
Jesus has love for everybody.
Right. And we should go over there and say, are you enjoying your event today? And if they say yes, we'll go, you're welcome.
You're
You're
welcome.
welcome.
I mean, we did bring them together.
Yes,
Yeah, we
exactly.
This is the only. We're the only reason that they're here today.
Yeah.
I mean, they would not be out there if
I'd love to
it
get
wasn't
part
for
of
this
it.
event. Right?
I hope they're. Yeah.
You didn't think about it that way, right? It's like, yeah, that's the only reason they're here today is because of us. So, yes.
Look, more power to them. Fine. Hold the event, have fun. Whatever.
Oh, I am all for peaceful protesting. That is our right. Everyone should be for that. Anyone who's an American should be all for the right to protest.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't get violent.
No, but you also, be prepared for people to give you a little bit of backlash too.
Be prepared
On it.
for other people to also protest.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not about canceling anybody.
No.
We say
I
that
don't
about
want
we say
anyone
that about
canceled.
anybody, but
What do I always say? I'm like,
Right.
I think it's unfair that people have lost their jobs. I think that there needs to be like training when something happens to where, because there probably are some people, due to the way that they were raised, that don't know any better.
Yeah.
And they just need some help. They need okay, it's not okay for you to do that.
Well, my grandma, she used to be, we would get in arguments about that. We got in this huge fight. And now, in this small, teeny tiny hick town in California, she helps organize all of the Pride events because all of her grandkids are gay.
Oh, good.
And she's, super, she gets, angry because there are obviously protesters there because it's a small, pretty conservative town. And she gets so angry. She's like, I don't get it. Which is funny because she used to be that way. But she's like, I learned. It's fine. Why did I care so much? It's yeah.
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
That's what I say.
and
Why do people care?
yeah, everybody has
What other
their
people
beliefs.
do? Why do you
know.
care?
Especially if it's not affecting them.
Yeah.
Get something going on in your life so you don't care what other people are doing.
Well, and that's about it. That's the big part of it.
Get a life.
Is understanding.
Yeah.
And I don't think the people across the street are understanding unless it was their kid. And then they'd probably have a better perspective on it.
Even then, sometimes, I was lucky to grow up with it, really accepting household and family, not even just in my house, but, extended family and everything. Everybody was extremely accepting of me, no matter what happened growing up. And so I feel like I noticed way more, other people don't get that acceptance. And it just, I can't remember what my point was, but other people don't get that acceptance from their parents. And I feel like, back being Christian, and if it was their kid, sometimes they don't always get it. And sometimes it takes some time, and they come around, and sometimes they don't.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they don't come around, I am distracted by them though, because they do just keep on walking back and forth.
I really want to grab my sign and go. I feel like it's time to protest. I really want to just go grab my sign.
Remember, the first version of video games like Pong, when it was just two sticks and they just got bing, bing, bing,
Yeah.
bing.
I love Pong. I loved all the Atari games. I love the what was the one where you had to jump on the crocodiles? Pitfall.
Frogger.
Pitfall too.
Pitfall.
There was Frogger and there was Pitfall, and Pong or Breakthrough. They had the other one too, Breakthrough.
I see what you mean. It is very distracting over there. They're pulling out all the politics.
Yeah.
Especially if you're. I know. I've seen the Israel flag.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was wondering. I was like, is that an Israel flag?
But see, that's what I find hilarious and ironic, though, is so you guys really don't believe that Jesus loves the Palestinian people. Do you really not believe that? Because it's not according to love thy neighbor. Yeah. Love thy neighbor. Jesus loves the Palestinian people too, the innocent Palestinian people.
Yeah. No, not Hamas.
No, we're not talking about Hamas.
Yeah,
That's why I didn't say Hamas. That's why I said Palestinian.
But you need to make that definition clear because people don't get that there's a difference between supporting Palestine and supporting
I'm
Hamas.
against them hurting any innocent people that are stuck over and live in that area.
And just because you say you support Palestine does not mean you're anti-Semitic.
No, I support innocent Israeli folks as well.
Yeah.
I support both.
It's just the fact that the Israeli government is being so cruel right now, which is the problem.
Yeah,
So,
Bibi.
yeah. We know what you mean when you're waving the Israeli flag, dude.
Right.
Come on.
You're picking a side, and I'm not picking a side. The only side I'm picking is for the innocent people to be helped.
Yeah.
I'm for the innocent folks.
So, Kori, why we got a moment and your friends aren't here? You really need to convince them to vote this year.
I'm trying.
It's very hard
I'm
to
trying
convince
my
them to
best.
vote.
It's really hard to.
It is hard.
Vote, but
It's hard to get. I mean, I understand the frustration. My thing, though, is like, and maybe I should say this when people are around, though, we can't just look to what is happening. Yes, it's a terrible situation, what's happening miles away from where we live. And yes, we want to do everything we can to help. But that doesn't mean we need to give up on all of our own stuff, too.
Yeah.
Like the things that we have enough fights right now that are really good fights for people's rights. I mean, women's rights, LGBTQ plus rights.
You don't have to look.
We need to really focus on what's going on here as well.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. And those two most important issues should be why you should vote is for what Kat is doing right there and what's going on within these four walls, because there's a chance that we might not be able to do this stuff if it goes a certain way.
Right.
No, and I guess that's about as preachy as we'll get about it.
Right,
you know,
yeah.
But
I understand people's frustration with it, but I feel like the best way to go about it is to just get your voice heard, vote.
Yeah.
That is the best way to be heard by the government. Granted, it doesn't always mean that it's going to make a change, but it doesn't hurt to try.
yeah.
At least you know you're at least fighting, though.
Yeah.
At least you know, hey, I fucking tried.
I did what I could.
Yeah, I did everything
all
that
you
I
can do.
could.
Yeah.
All right, so I think this would be a good time to take another break.
Yeah.
On it?
Yes.
Leave
Okay.
it on that soft light.
Yeah.
note. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. So we'll end it on that, and we are going to turn this over to all of you in just a little bit
Oh,
here.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
You will know
No,
it
the
hits you.
takeover.
All right. Free reign. Willow told us we're allowed to do anything we want this
Oh,
year.
that's exciting.
So, okay. All right. So we'll talk to y'all in a little bit.
Okay,
Okay,
bye.
bye.